In this lesson, I'm going to show how to architect a product that is meant to be customized in different installations. The idea is to have a standard product that is owned by some product team that is the only team allowed to change the product, and then allow for another team to customize the product. The main requirements are that the standard product must be upgradable without breaking existing customizations. The customizations themselves should be able to extend some entities, customize some UI or business rules without having to re-implement the old product again. And finally, users should be able to seamlessly navigate between standard screens and customized ones. So what are the possible scenarios for a customizable product? The first scenario is a SaaS solution where the standard product is prepared for multi-tenancy and you can have several installations on top of it. The second scenario, you have separate installations per customization. In this case, we don't need to redistribute the standard product among different installations because it's kept centrally, while here, each installation will have to upgrade the standard product whenever necessary. While a product designed for scenario 1 can be exported in scenario 2, you just have to use it with a single tenant, the opposite is not always valid if the standard product is not prepared for multi-tenancy. Let us deep dive on the standard product. The standard product is constituted by common reusable services, the standard application itself that implements the standard UI and can be used as a template for customizations, and finally, a backoffice to configure the product per installation. The common services, which support the standard features, must include some standard integration services. So let's say that the product needs to interact with a CRM, an ERP, a file management system, and so on. The standard product should already abstract these systems that will probably be subject to customizations on each installation. The core services implement the standard business rules and the standard entities. Configuration services will support the ability to customize the whole product per installation. Core widget modules will implement reusable business UI, typically weblogs, to support screens in a customizable Lego fashion. So what is a customization? In each customization, you can change or extend some of the standard elements, like some UI, business rules, customize the look and feel of the product, build your own integration service. The idea is not to re-implement the full product, but only the elements that we need to change or add. How to fit these customized elements into the standard product? We need to resort to the configuration services. So in the back office, we can configure values per custom installation, like what are the entry points for screen destinations. This means that the standard product cannot use fixed destinations and must support all the links through configurable entry points. So whenever you want to customize a screen, you can simply clone it to your own code, customize it, maybe only changing the use of weblog that you will build on your site, and then configure what is the new entry point for that screen. The same goes for business rules. You can build your own business rules, either a completely different one or by cloning a standard one and change it, and then you configure the REST endpoint to access that business rule. That means that the standard product must call all customizable business rules through a RESTful API. You might have localization options, so the product may be prepared for different languages, for different data format, and so on, supported by these localization services. And of course, you can have a bunch of other configurable elements. The look and feel can also be customized, so the product must supply a common style guide with the common look and feel for the product, and the standard application will exercise this style guide. But besides being based on the standard style guide, the standard application team also imports some custom theme depending on the current user tenant. This means that you can override some classes or do some minor changes to affect the look and feel of a specific customization. To maintain both the standard product and the customizations on the same environment, we also need to correctly set up who can access the standard product modules, the customization modules, and what type of access. So let us first consider the core team that is responsible for the configuration backoffice standard application plus all the reusable modules. This team of course needs to be able to change the product, so in lifetime we should grant full change and deploy access to this team on these applications. They should also be able to view customizations for auditing purposes, not only to help customization teams when they need some help, but also to check if they are not violating some principles that compromise the standard product evolution. On the other hand, a customization team, let's consider, for example, the one that is making this customization, it must have view and reference access to the standard application except the configuration backoffice, because this is not something they will customize, not only for documentation to see how something is done. If I want to customize some business rule, I need to see the original one. Or if I want to adapt some screen, I need to be able to clone that screen. Of course, they are responsible for the customization application, but they should have no access to the back office or other customizations. So this concludes this lesson where we learn the major concerns when creating a standard product that needs to be customized without having to rebuild everything, but also making it possible to keep upgrading the product without compromising the customizations already done.